Welcome, Scorpio, Sagittarius, to your mid-month reading for January. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, getting straight into this. This message for the month, please. Getting straight into what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Ooh, decisions, choices. Could feel like you're at a little bit of a crossroads between which way you need to go, really using that gut feeling and that intuition. It feels like the gut feeling is saying you need to go this way, but it feels like you're kind of maybe working, for some of you, working against it, saying, but I'm not sure, maybe you want to go this way. Okay, so really thinking about the choices, decisions over here, really going to have to do some shadow work to really figure this out. Yes, getting deep within yourself, do some shadow work, figure out the choices, decisions. I always say go with the gut feeling, guys. Your gut knows what it's doing. That is your intuition. Okay, so being at a crossroads, let's figure out why you have these choices and decisions to make. Something needs to probably be heard. Heartache and loss coming out in the present. Trying to get past this heartache and this loss, really trying to get past whatever is upsetting you. It's just a very upsetting feeling. It feels like your intuition has been up your butt for a little while over here, right? It's like, I've been on you, I've been on your case, but it does feel like my intuition keeps saying this, but I don't know. Being a really kind of a hard decision over here. You have the authority coming up, so you're going to take control over here of the situation coming up, coming out. So yeah, it looks like it's been all over your case in the recent past. Your intuition has been open. It feels like you have been going with most of your intuition, but I think this one has got you kind of stuck because your gut feeling is saying, I really want you to do this, and you're saying, I don't know if that's the way, right? I'm not sure about that. Feeling very peaceful. If you go with the gut feeling, in the past when you used your intuition, it brought you more peace. You learned from the situation. Okay, sorry guys, my camera battery died, so going back, here we go. Okay, and getting over here the heartache and the loss, so it does feel like whatever was going on, it's kind of giving you, you're trying to stay away from it is really what it feels like. Trying to use your intuition as much as possible. Your intuition feels like it really is on top of the world over here. And yeah, really trying to, it feels like you kind of ghosted someone at this time because you really want to kind of focus and do some shadow work. So you're not really talking to a whole lot of people. It could be kind of a little bit hiding out, or you might feel like this other person is hiding out from you and has gone a little silent in the process. And maybe it is because you're a little more silent as well, so maybe there's just no texting back and forth. But it does feel like you're hiding out just a little bit to get to what you need because you're doing some shadow work, you're doing that reflection. With that imprints over here, it's because you're saying, my harvest is not coming in, my gut feeling is saying, I need to go this way, really using that intuition because you don't feel like the cups are really in your favor just yet. And it feels like it's a little bit of wasted and a little bit of draining your energy right now, getting a little tired at this time. It does feel like this is something that's, you know, been draining you. And it's going to feel draining for the mid-month, right? Until you get to the understanding. Because, you know, even though you're using your intuition and getting ready to move on this path, it just feels like the goal is not really setting in. It feels like it's not going in your favor just yet. But you are passionate about continuing with it and really using that higher self and really unifying yourself with your intuition. Keeping strong. I love that because it's saying, you know, I'm still keeping strong throughout this situation. I'm just feeling really drained, really trying to figure out the answer. Wow, and if you are dealing with love, maybe they're ghosting you, and maybe you're trying to figure out why they're ghosting you. That could be a situation at hand, using that intuition to figure out why is this Virgo or this Leo, maybe even a Cancer, Pisces. Why are they ghosting me? Why have they gone silent? For others of you, it's just really getting to your passion, no matter what it is, trying to get to the blessings and trying to get to the passionate answers that lie within, trying to find the overall success of the situation. There is a cycle change that's coming in the mid-month. Wow. So it's going to go from the beginning of the mid-month of you feeling this way to all of a sudden there's going to be this cycle change that is going to bring in this text message. And it's like, as I'm using my intuition over here, this text message is of generosity. It's going to be very good for you. Wow. There's this generous, very kind message coming through. It feels, instead of more like generosity, it feels the kindness, something that you really need. It's going to bring in a lot of harmony to yourself. I'm having the 6 of coins. 6 is harmony, and then you have the harmony coming out with the temperance. So I am feeling the peace and harmony, and it's going to bring back a lot of more peace and harmony as well to the situation. And it feels like it was for the perfect timing because you were feeling a little down, even though you were really, you know, trying to be courageous and really using that intuition. But I think the drainness is the big issue. Tired of dealing with trying to figure out the situation. With the Queen of Coins over here, it could be definitely, you know, you're dealing with a Capricorn as well, who's calling you. I have Taurus, Capricorn. And they are going to come in with this very beautiful, harmonious message. And they're a very peace-loving person, and they're very firm with you about the situation. And this is really going to want to get you to move and think, and it really is going to even open up the intuition a lot more than it did before, because they're going to get you thinking, right, about the situation. As you're speaking about the situation, a lot of the truths and balance start coming back, and it becomes more justified. And I don't know, there's a very kind fairness going on within this situation, within this text message, within, you know, this phone call, however it is. But it does feel like it's going to get you more balanced to where you were feeling a lot of imbalance. And it, like I said, it's really going to pique that intuition a lot more, and it's really going to make you understand that I can go through this process. I'm going to listen to my intuition, and I am definitely going to make this choice. So you will know exactly what choice to make once this person calls. And I do not feel so much that this is the same person as the Hermit. I feel this is another person who's actually bringing back the peace and harmony from this situation up here. So saying, if you have this person ghosting you, you have this friend coming in to call you to bring you more at peace, right? If that situation doesn't, you know, resonate with you, you can throw it away, but that's exactly what it is. It's a different energy coming in, a more peaceful energy, to help you stay intuitive, help you stay at peace within your mind. Taking back the authority, wow, you just all of a sudden just went kabooey, bringing in that Sagittarius energy. Wow. So, okay. Bringing in your own energy, fiery energy over here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is going to make you feel, excuse me, it's going to make you feel like you have good luck all of a sudden. Your luck is changing. Your cycle is changing. You feel like you're more in control of the situation with this cycle change. There's a lot of fairness going on. There is a little bit of fear and a little bit of hesitation, though, still coming, but the overall message is definitely overcoming a lot of the fears and hesitations that were from the past, bringing in this blessing and this cycle change with a lot of enthusiasm and having way more vitality. So you could still be using, you know, still having a little bit of hesitation about this situation, but the overall feeling is of vitality, and really you're going to be walking right away from that real quick. You're not going to have much of that left anymore. Absolutely no, because you're going to realize you're working so hard, you're realizing that some of this is still there. You're going to feel that hesitation a little bit. You're going to say, well, I don't need that anymore. I don't need that. I'm getting my rewards. The cycle is changing. I'm feeling much, much better now. And this because of this text message, because of this friend or whoever it is that's calling, this family member. This is putting you back into a more harmonious place. Now you feel like not only do you have to just use your intuition, but now you're analytically kind of thinking and pushing back. See, this is where you're going to cut through all of that hesitation and all that lingering stuff that's left over from the mid-month. And you're saying, I don't need that. Yeah, cutting back the past, cutting back all the past stuff that's not needed. Getting yourself back into a more harmonious, nostalgic type of area. You think back to the past of the good things, getting rid of all the stuff that was from the past that doesn't need to be there, which are mostly feelings, thoughts. And this brings in a more strength and more courage to you. And this, you know, this is bringing in a lot of more ideas, and you can kind of get back to where you feel like, you know, okay, now I'm going to just multitask and do the things that I need to do, and giving more choices and more decisions about the situation, and being able to feel like you have more harmony within yourself. Beautiful. I see a lot of beautiful Scorpion cards over here, really getting into your energy and really moving back to the passion that you had before. And knowing that whatever was happening over here where you need to use your intuition is definitely going to open the door to where you need to be. So whatever it was that you're using your intuition on to get to that Ace of Cups, to get to that Empress, to that Harvest, to get to those goals that felt like it wasn't moving that way, now it's going to be more inspired to really pick up and really kick yourself into action and really get moving into a better area of your life. Right, so you can say that I'm not going to have this holding me back anymore. And boy, are you progressing. There's going to be a lot more progressiveness because now you feel, like I said, you just feel like you have rewards and opportunities at hand because you don't have that lingering over your mind anymore. So whatever choice you need to make, it feels like this person's really going to be a big key to turning that choice and decision kind of around, almost kind of around. So you can say, I have this choice and I'm going with my intuition. It feels like when you kind of tell them, this is what my gut feeling is, it pretty much feels like, I think that's where it's supposed to be, right? Because they're giving you a lot of good information, really helping you along the way and getting you back into your intuition and saying, yeah, okay, they're right. And you're going to know they're right because it's justified. Everything they're telling you is truth. Everything they're telling you is justified. Everything they're saying is fair. There's no lies, right? You're going to feel like, you know, I needed this call from this person, you know? And if they didn't call, then you call them, right? Because the cycle change is coming from this text, whether you're texting them to get this, you know, because you know that they always help you out, then it's you calling them. Okay, otherwise they're calling you. So for some of you, it could literally be you saying, you know, Grandma, I really need some help right now. I'm not feeling very good. And then she can help you out, right? Or your best friend or your mother or whoever it is, your sister. I see, you know, it's kind of crazy, guys, because I said grandma because my grandma was a Capricorn. You know, she died a couple of years ago, but that was always the person I always called. So for some reason, that's who popped up in my head. Every time anything went awry, I was always calling my grandma because she always gave out the love. She always gave out the information from, you know, a higher place, just unconditional love. And I'm just feeling that this is the same. And it's just kind of crazy because she was a Sag Cap, and she was born on the 24th of December. But every time I see this card and I see this kind of love coming through, it always will remind me of her. She's only been dead for, this year will be 2 years. But sorry, I'm getting teary-eyed. She was my world. But anyways, I just seen that because it just reminded me that's the type of person you're talking to who's going to really give you that kind of love. Excuse me. And it's the type of love you really need to take the action. And yeah. And it's like anything that you need, she's going to be there or he's going to be there. You know, always improve the health, whether it's mental, physical, whatever knowledge you need for the bigger opportunities. Okay. So there is an opportunity awaiting you, and you know that. You just have to get through this. Okay, and Spirit will be there with you, as always. And it looks like it's going to be good. You just need that little extra push. Okay. Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.